Welcome everyone to my channel. I'm Andrea, your automated trader. If you like what I do, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. You're not poor because of bad luck, you're poor because you want to be poor. Otherwise, you wouldn't be. If working 8 hours a day made you rich, everyone would be rich. Especially people who, instead of working 8 hours, work even 10 or 12 hours a day. But that's not how it is. And do you know why that's not the case? Because the majority keeps believing in the same lies that keep them poor. Today, I'm going to tell you the truth that no one wants to hear. Take my case, for example. In the last 2 weeks, I earned more than 2,000 euros without practically doing anything. All thanks to my automated trading, which, as the name suggests, works automatically. So I do nothing and just wait to go collect the money I've earned. The first reason why most people stay poor is because they make excuses. I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't have luck. The same things you hear from people who have been complaining for 10 years now, but do nothing to change their situation. The truth is, those who really want to change after a while find a solution. They find a way that allows them to change. Those who don't want to, on the other hand, keep coming up with different excuses and never do anything to change their condition. If you think about it, excuses don't pay the bills, they don't give you a salary. In the end, they're almost completely useless. It's not like I'm here telling you these things because I was born super rich or inherited a fortune from some relative. I was born like everyone else, without much actually. At 25, I finished university. I basically had no money. Maybe I had 4 or 5,000 euros in my bank account. What did I do? I left. I went to work on the other side of the world. I went to work in the Arab countries. I had a good salary there, and I took all the money I earned and reinvested it all in trading. This allowed me, in just a few years, to build up a large enough capital that worked for me. And so I quit my job. I didn't work anymore. Why? Because the money was working for me in my place, and it allowed me to already live better than when I was working because I was earning more than my salary. This isn't magic, it's something within everyone's reach. All it takes is discipline and intelligence in what you do. After all, I had many colleagues who had more or less the same salary as me, and they weren't able to save even 5 euros because a lot of money came in and a lot went out. They spent a lot of it. There were people who earned 10,000 euros a month, couldn't even make it to the end of the month, and didn't even have money left to eat because they burned through it all. So these are just excuses. It's the wrong mindset if you want to try to improve your situation. And you know what the biggest problem is? It's that people work for money instead of making money work for them. And yet they're afraid to invest, they're afraid to make a career change, to set up something different from the usual classic employee job. But at the same time, they're not afraid to waste maybe 10 years of their life doing a job they hate, and that doesn't give them any satisfaction on top of everything else. Then they say they don't have time to do other things. Of course, they say they don't have time, but then maybe they spend 3 hours watching Netflix or scrolling through TikTok or Instagram. So it's not true that you don't have time, you just don't want to make a change in your life. You want to keep doing nothing, you don't want to create something different. Now, I'm not saying that everyone should quit their job. Far from it. Work is important, especially at the beginning. You're basically obliged to work in order to have some financial means so that you can try to do something else. But if at some point you don't try to create a second automatic income stream that isn't your job, you'll never be able to improve your financial situation and achieve a bit of financial freedom. You'll always be a slave to the system and to your job. The big problem is that financial education is practically non-existent for almost everyone. Why? Because everyone goes to school, and after all, what was school created for? To create workers, not to create millionaires. In fact, at school, they don't teach you how to start a startup, how to trade, how to make a real estate investment, or how to apply for a mortgage. They teach you things that are designed to create good workers. But if you work as a laborer, you won't be able to get rich. You'll remain a worker. You need to forget this system of studying, working, and paying taxes because it leads you into a loop. And so the majority of people become slaves to their salary and get nowhere. After all, those who became millionaires didn't follow this model. There are people who have started a startup, a company. Some make videos on YouTube, some invest in real estate, some do trading, others do different things, but certainly none of them work 8 hours a day as employees. The financial freedom that so many people are looking for doesn't come from a pay raise just because your boss gave you 100 euros more. It comes when you learn to make your money work for you, as happened in this case you see here, which is my own case this month. I don't work 10 hours a day to make someone else rich. I make my algorithms, my real estate, my assets work for me, and they work for me. I monitor, analyze, and improve what I'm doing, and that's the difference that allows me to grow and to make all my assets grow. So every day you truly have a choice. Either stay exactly where you are and keep doing precisely what you're doing now in your life, or start building something that will lead you to your freedom. It's not that you necessarily have to do trading like I do. You need to find your own path. Maybe it won't be trading, maybe it'll be drop shipping or real estate or starting a business, a company, or anything else that allows you to create a model that is scalable and automatic. What does scalable mean? It means starting with something small that can potentially become huge and therefore maximize my earnings and income. I took this step many years ago. I had no certainties, I had nothing, but I was very hungry. I was hungry for freedom and hungry for money, and today the results really speak for themselves. Write in the comments what you think is the biggest excuse people use to stay poor. I'll read some of them and maybe respond to these comments in upcoming videos. And if you want to stop making excuses, subscribe to the channel, watch the long videos, and I'll show you how to create automatic trading strategies that work for you and generate automatic income every month that you can withdraw and spend. Mental poverty is a choice, not a sentence. If you want, you can change everything, and it's doable. It's not something unattainable. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon in another video.